So, hello everybody. A wonderful good day, good evening, or whatever it might be on your end. We're gonna be going for some Nine Kings after I've been enjoying this game for quite some time the past couple of days. I felt like going out here, trying out to beat the higher difficulty levels together with you folks and enjoying myself a little bit. Let's see how well that'll all work out. So, hey poet, welcome. I managed to be here earlier, but that's been only possible because my wife was dead tired and she fell into bed like at 9 a.m. So today I finally managed to do it. I am finally a Kingslayer, or whatever you might want to call that. I did it. That's King of Blood, though, kind of like trivializes the whole task and feels like cheating. Honestly, this is just too easy. I don't know. I felt like this was the most broken faction that I so far managed to get broken. Let's see what we're going to be up to today. I wanted to play some King of Nature today. So the goal here is going to be to play the highest possible, or the going upwards from here, because I want to grind up the perks a little bit. Playing what? K-Blood? I don't know what you're referring to. I'm very sorry about that. I'm a little bit dumb right now. So, start with Mycelium. Oh boy, yeah. Receive one Procreate card every time you lose a life. Wow, that's also not bad. Okay, let's go. King of Blood. Yeah, absolutely. I was winning with that guy, and I gotta say it really felt silly. Okay, so creates a healing area on the ground. Let's play that on the side. Let's see how well that'll work out. Elves. These guys are not really tanky or anything. Anyways, let's see. So for the camera, I will be slowing down a little bit. I've been playing on the highest speed for myself constantly. If you feel bored by the speed, by the low speed, let me know. So, dispenser. Not very naturey, but it is a very, very powerful turret. And getting that on year one, hard to say no to that. Hey Paperboy, welcome. So let's see how that'll work out. Our faction has been freshly reworked. The Trent is now also dealing damage. So, hooray. Encapulator. Kind of tempted. These thingies are fun. What would be the alternatives? Should I go for a ranged build? Try to roll for an executor? Nah, let's take the concapulator and be happy about it. But I will level up this bad boy here. So let's see. I mean, the first couple of levels are really no challenge whatsoever. Mercenary. If I would be picking the mercenary, I would be totally binding myself to a gold-centric playstyle. I'm not down for that. Another level of dispenser, though. Oh, give me the beacon. Doubles every heal effect you receive. No, thanks. Building supply their effect one more time. Yeah, overwork is one that I really, really like. So now we get a little bit of attack speed going. I mean, I have summons here, left and right, that will now do more and more heavy lifting. Something with extra power to summons would have been really nice. Procreate versus clone. Heck, we're gonna be cloning. First, level up the guys, and then multiply their numbers, not the other way around. Okay. 192 damage on these elves. Wow. Bad for 6 dudes. Doubles the damage of the target plot. Okay. It's not where I wanted to build any damage, but whatever. Here we go. Attack speed buffs. Does this thing get... It has a hits per second meter, so Beacon would have been a worthy candidate there too. Interesting. Very interesting. I didn't take that into account there. So I want... Come on. Yes. Overhaul. It's exactly what I wanted. So this turn we're going to delay. Just build a concapulator. Oh, Poet, I've been playing this game way too much lately. I've been trying to make a couple of guides, but I'm that kind of person. I need to know the game really well before I do a guide. And the more complex a game is, the longer it takes me to get my guide mojo going. And what can I say? This game is intriguingly deep. You only have 9 pieces per faction, but they're well cooked. That's all I can say. Okay, so let's level up the elf, because I honestly don't want to delay that. Yeah, I know that feeling, Poet. I know that feeling. Sometimes I just can't enjoy games when I feel like you're describing there. So, overhaul and defender. Thank you. Alright, Jesus. We're gonna be putting up the defender there. But... doubles the damage. It's entirely useless for these guys. Dang it. Yeah, so... we're going to use the defenders as chaff. Alright. I should have brought a vault, now that I think about it. This doesn't look too good. But so far, we're still winning. But only by a bit. I don't feel too well about that. Archers. That's good. Procreate. Yes, please. Okay. Archers for the quantity. And procreate, increasing the numbers of the elves for quality. We need some frontline though. Yeah, but having double the amount of elves is surprisingly powerful. Weird. Okay, so let's reroll that. Dang it. Ugh. Nothing I need. But the converter is a really good 1-point wonder. It just one-shots people. I mean, it does that only once every 3 seconds, but then it one-shots people. The minion they transform it into is relatively puny if you're not completely focusing your build around it, but it one-shots people. So, wild card. I really am lacking something on the buff slot there, and I think it will be my demise very soon. Yeah. Anywho, let's level up the archer. Hey Timbo, thanks for your kind words. Yeah, I'm also looking forward to fresh Age of Wonders content once the next DLC hits town. It is scheduled for summer, so I'm all in. I needed to take a step back after the whole Giant Kings marathon that I went through. Totally enjoyed myself, but after a while, you get the idea. Alright, double beacon. This will be bad. Whatever. I mean, I realized with this game one thing. If you are in for a dumb idea, be all in for the dumb idea. Because it's surprisingly powerful if you start to just double down on something. I really was surprised about the power. Receiving... Yes. Okay. So maybe... the defender doesn't fit onto my grid. You are a stupid defender. Scout tower does fit into my grid. You're nice. Okay. Let's procreate the heck out of these elves. There we go. 45 now of them. That's been short work. Alright, so we have another buff slot here. It should be synergizing with the tower and these guys, so force there's no option here. Tell you what, we're just going to the papa tree here. There we go. That is shockingly powerful. So, my dispenser is level 2. Let's make that level 3. Or... No. Beacon. I'm currently wiping the floor with my enemies, so... I don't need the power up on this one that badly. But these turbo snipers, though, on the other hand, they need a helping hand. It's still early in the game. I want to see how far I can take it. So, let's see. Give me that overhaul. Thanks. Alright. So, whatever. Damn, that's a lot of attack speed. I love how much specialization you can put into this game. So, ideally I want a dispenser or a beacon. None of these. Yeah. Let's give that bad boy its full amount of juice. I mean, it's a fast dispenser, not a hard-hitting dispenser, but that's enough. Okay. Let's see how it scales. My favorite king so far. Hard to tell. I like them all so far. I put my finger on any of them. The only one that I had so far problems getting running was the King of Progress. I don't know, I think I just fail at winding up my lab rats properly. I'm waiting for the click moment, but that's okay. Sometimes I cut that. Okay, so let's expand here, and let's take the blacksmith, because the blacksmith interacts with these jolly good folks. Okay. King of Nature is pretty powerful, but it also feels kind of boring because this heal-centric playstyle, to me personally, it always feels very, very quickly quite boring. Let's give those elves some poison vial. Jeez, the attack speed stack. My archers are getting close to 3 attacks per second, and my elves are almost attacking once per second. They're snipers, supposedly. We're We're putting them into Legolas mode. Can't use that. Whenever any unit is added to any plot, add anyone. The farm synergy is real. But we're going to take the war horns. That's gonna be sick for the mycelia. Alright. So, wait a second. No. Before I overhaul, I want to do this. Alright. King of Blood is insane. King of Blood feels so much like cheating. It's wonderful. I've been blasting with King of Blood directly through King difficulty. King tier 2 put a halt to my stampede, where I was just mindlessly putting imps and enchantments together. But yeah, it's a blast. And the wonderful thing about the King of Blood is that it works just from any angle. That's what I personally like about it. Let's do this. The buff stacking is real. The elves are slowly turning into Gatling guns now. I need to do this with Ballistae once. Dang. The insanity potential here. Alright. Let's put the converter away. Rain of arrows, baby. Mind you that every one of these elves hits like a truck, actually. Nice. Oh, that blacksmith was already full level. Too bad. Now these guys have to take another one. Jeez. Okay. Getting another expansion here. That makes the farm quite tasty. Here we can rack up another little bit of something. This is going to be quite an easy victory, I think. Let's dump the procreate on the defenders here. Poor guys. We're totally gonna be wiping the floor with them from here on out. Oh yeah, let's give them the Midas touch. Hell yeah. I mean, with that kind of attack speed, the gold gain chance should be quite high. Let's see, 1 piece of gold. Only 1 piece of gold. I expected more of you guys. I'm disappointed. Anyways, let's dump a poison vial there. And let's put the farm there. So we get the extra defenders. Not that I think we really need it, but the beacons are maxed out. Let's put up a vault. Vaults are one of my favorite buildings. They can sit wherever they want. They generate gold, and that benefits you by nature. And so many items get pretty big boosts. I mean, look at this machine gun here. How many attacks per second? Did I read that correctly? 40? Oh. Yeah, come on. Yep, almost 40 hits per second. Okay. So, 72 elves. Yeah, procreation is quite a fun thing to play around. So these archers are already maxed out. Yeah, give me another blacksmith. It's not as if we are hoarding enough already. It's dying quite quickly. Luckily, this is going to be over soon because I feel like we've successfully have broken the game. Double beacon is not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, these guys are shooting 5 times per second by now. What have I done? Elven Gatling guns. Okay. Yeah. Problem with this one is that it would get overrun in a serious situation quite quickly. I think in higher difficulty levels this one wouldn't have the longevity to tackle a sustained attack. But, well... hardly fight. Jesus. 55,000 damage. Damn. Alright, we're clearly beyond count difficulty here. And I mean that this is basically without any perks. So I gotta say, I think the King of Nature is also very powerful. Let's crank it up to the Duke. Yeah, that was a fast victory. Let's see what we can do this time. So, there's yet another elf. And I have a clone card on my hand. Let's see. So the natural attack speed of elves is 1 attack per 10 seconds. Or 9. I made them attack 5 times per second and more last run. Alright, so yeah. Scout Tower, I like that. Scout Towers are surprisingly powerful. Don't let the name fool you. Forests. Orchard. The forest is not really synergistic with what we're doing so far, but maybe we will get some body for the elves. It's going to utilize the HP better. I mean, if we want to do summons and towers, which I currently plan to do, we do need somebody to enjoy the HP, like soldiers. Unlocks 3 new random plots with forests on each of them. Crazy, but no thanks. I'll rather take the overwork and start stacking them HP as fast as I can. That should work out nicely. Yeah, elf level up. I'm sold. Still have a clone card on my hand. Versatility of this faction is really awesome. My first bet is that Prince difficulty will start putting a halt to my baby boom down there. Okay. Not exactly where I wanted to build, but whatever. And now I want a blacksmith. Maybe we can actually get that, because the King of Nothing is actually a good source for that. The source, to be fair. Express delivery. Alright. I wanted that because this interacts with my towers and with my troops. Okay, so far so good. Now let's take an orchard. Wage war with another king. So greed would bring me beacons, which would be pretty dope. And King of Spells brings me spires. I want the spires. I want the heals, you see. Here we get some crowd control. I really wish there would be more summoning synergy. There's no building that increases the power of your summoning items so far, or none that I know of, but I think the upcoming factions will be receiving these pieces. It's my assumption. So, a quarry. Top notch. This is as close as it gets. This increases the power of the buildings themselves, and therefore also the power of the summonings, so... Probably this is actually what I've been looking for all the way. Let's see, though. They're slaughtering all of my fighters so far. But, yeah. This is where the orchard shines. If there's just a few leftovers to take care of, this thing does very, very nicely so. Alright, Trebuchet. Level up. I don't say no to that. Alright, let's see. I want the soldiers to be top-notch, and the elves at the same time too, but let's clone the soldiers because I feel like they're getting the most pressure here. Okay. Much better. Here again, it's the same thing that I keep saying over and over again. The rank, the tier of a plot matters so much. If the base you're multiplying is a low base, it's bad. You need to increase the base value. That's exactly what the tier upgrades do. Okay. Let's not be too overly excited right here, but it looks not too bad at all. So very torn right now, but I think I will be leveling up the forest so I get the HP upgrades to monumental values as quick as I can. Because we have to capitalize on what we're good at, you see. Although I was very tempted to put it on the quarry at the same time, but I figured I wanted to increase my stopping power. Nice. This is gonna be a fun run. And this is what I love about this game. It's always so much fun. Do you think beacons are one of the best buildings? Well, they make up for excellent glass cannon builds, that's for sure. Because at some point you just kill the enemy too fast. But I think they are involving a certain risk at the same time. Because on the higher difficulty levels, the enemies have extremely high base values of everything, basically. And this is where you really start to feel that damage alone doesn't kill it. You need the sturdiness behind it as well. And but I still think that everything that increases attack speed is just powerful, yes. But as far as I've seen it, this game took a very, very good caution on making every part of the game valuable. Like, there are no things that stand out as overly useless. Just need to pimp them up properly. I feel like some things are currently a little bit more overpowered than others. The King of Blood comes to mind. I feel like the King of Nature is also pretty stupidly powerful. I feel like I'm steamrolling with these wherever I go, as a matter of fact. Let's put up the quarry up 1. Because this is also incremental increases, and these are stupidly powerful here. Okay. Numbers looking nice. All of my towers are doing quite some good damage, except for the scout tower. But he's allowed to be bad at that, because he's still pretty new to this. Let's bring up static. I like that one too. Although enchantments are a little bit so-so, unless we could get ourselves a library somehow in, but year 17, if I get a very lucky draft, but I don't think I want to go for that kind of investment right now. A new forest tile, on the other hand. There we go. So how's the HP? 76 and 91. That's some tanky elves. Nice. But yeah, we do need the HP, as we see there. I'm feeling positive about my decisions that I increased the HP of my troops first. I do have a trend card on my hand, so I don't need another one. Scout tower upgrade. Blacksmith would have been awesome too, but Scout tower does the trick too, I guess. So, if anything here, I'm not sure. I feel like the Scout tower was a little bit of a quick decision there, but on the other hand, I don't want to overstress my goal too much. Okay. I don't want to go for more mycelium, but that orchard upgrade. These can be beaconed up too, as I see. Okay. It's a very appealing thought. Okay. So far, so good. Steel coat, yeah. And yes, please. If we are already stacking HP, this is such a devilishly good add-on, because it makes the percentile increases matter so much more. I think we're now obnoxiously tanky. That's been a good draft. Hey, Tataki. Is that so? That's interesting. I have no clue. I mean, I hard love this game, really, because it's one of the best things that I've been playing since a while. Especially because it is showing very well how you can do much with only a few pieces. This is the genius behind this game. That every faction comes with exactly 9 pieces. This is really amazingly good executed. Okay. Yeah, I think we got this in the pocket already. So, well, let's put the King of Stone away. I still need a level on the quarry, but I will get that elsewhere. Yeah, I've seen Hand of Blood's involvement behind the publishing there. I mean, it's pretty cool to see that gamers are now getting more and more involved in making games. I mean, that's probably a good path because these are the people that are also consuming the stuff. So, makes sense on my end. Okay. King of Spells is always one of the hardest to beat. Oh yeah. That's because they have supporters in the backline that make everything stronger. And the AI is really, really lackluster at handling that. If you fight against these guys and you have something on your automatic, if you have a fortress that is good at killing stuff, turn off the automatic and kill it manually. That's my recommendation. So we have a slot open up there. Next to the park, to the forest. Come on, defenders. I think that's a great choice. And yeah. Static only starts to get really interesting once it has more than one stack. Although the attack speed of these elves is really dramatically worse than the previous run. But we're killing them. Okay. So clone would be a card that I like to see. I want to upgrade that spire. I have hundreds of HP on all of my units. If I can now weave in properly some healing, we have basically already won. Still haven't upgraded the quarry though. Which is kind of a shame. Oh, Spire level 3. At least something. Yeah, well... There we go. Now we got some real healing power. Yeah. That thing heals 25 HP per second now. But yeah, the longer I think about the question, Timbo, if you're still around, I would say beacons might be, as a matter of fact, really the strongest towers in game. Because they amplify the quality of everything they're connected with dramatically, directly. I mean, other stats do so as well, but I somehow sometimes feel as if attack speed is more broken than other stats. I don't know. Maybe that's a subjective misconception. Come on, let's take the wilderness thing for once. Wow, that sucks. It's basically only good if you wanted to recycle them somehow. I just wanted to use it once because I basically have already one. That is always a good ground to just experiment because I mean there's almost no chance to get any synergy out of that. Okay. King of Spells is coming with hundreds of mages back there. It's really scary from the outside. But they hardly breach my ranks here, so... I want an offering, please. There we go. Procreation time. Jeez. So, alright. Let's take it to the max. Since my elves were hitting for 12 grand in the previous one, let's do more of that. So elves are pretty much quality troops of the nature faction, gotta say. I haven't had a good run with a boar yet, but so far, these guys are really, really great, graceful receivers of enchantments. Give me a wild card, please. Blacksmith. Not in year 31. Come on. Steel code. Ain't bad either. Now there's the wild card. Sure. Nasty. Okay. But it's my own fault if I don't look up what's on the line here next. In all honesty. Yo. Ah, too bad. I would have loved another plot destroyer for these forests. I mean, I think this is the true value of this of this decree. The fertility. No. Here, the wilderness one. It comes with 3 things that you can destroy, and boy, there's strong options to do that. You can really upgrade your things quite massively like that. Really depends on your allies, but there's a strong synergy in that. Let's go for a maxed out trebuchet and flush the earthworks. Hey Dave, hi there. I sadly don't know the games that you are referring to. I haven't lost a single guy so far. Yeah, mission tanky accomplished. Boy oh boy. They're a little bit slow on the killing side. That's even though they got a blacksmith working for them. But they're very good on the not dying side, so who cares? Wow, what a stomp. A little bit too slow paced for my taste in the long run, but very, very unstoppable. Nice. So let's drop a perk. I really do like that you can get yourself some higher difficulties done without too many perk unlocks. It's really, really nice. Trance attacks are stronger. Why not? Alright, Prince. This is actually where I personally feel like the real difficulty is beginning. Everything before that feels very much like a tutorial to me. Ooh. Piggy piggy. Deadlock. Somehow that name vaguely rings a bell. Beacon! Alright, let's make an obscenely swift Trent. Damn, the options with this game are so many. Okay. Are we getting our butts kicked? Or what? Nah. Not Aegeans. Defenders, yes. I like the idea of that. I'll be placing them away from the beacon because they don't really need it. They have no attack speed synergy whatsoever, but they can mount the piggies, which makes them passive aggressive pigs, I guess. I have no clue. Procreate. Not exactly what I want to have. Clone is quite nice. Forest is nicer. Poison thorns. Alright. So I am a little bit confused. We're going to put the buffs down here. I think I'm doing it wrong though. I'm trying to do two things at the same time and it's going to go bad. But we'll see about that. Worst case scenario, I'll be getting some experience on the nature faction. Okay, so here I would rather have another level of beacon. Thank you. Gotta go fast. I mean, maybe the defenders don't need too many own HP if they are mounted. I mean, I have literally no clue how the game handles the HP of a mounted unit. Can a unit be dismounted? Does it stay mounted forever? I have no clue about these questions. Baby boo! Back there. Worst possible spot. Okay, so we're going to put the orchard back here so it can take the advantage of the beacon as well. Because I always wanted to have a turbo orchard. Yeah, Dave, there's so many old games that don't really sell that well anymore, but whatever. I'm glad that they're still available. The only thing that bothers me nowadays is that there's just too many different platforms. It's so annoying, in all honesty. Okay. Nice. Total clean sweep. So, let's level up that orchard. I'll rather take the King of Stone, much more synergy with the building-centric playstyle that I'm currently following towards too. Okay. Yeah, many old games have that problem. You can't even turn them on anymore without Dustbox and other helping things. Alright, look at that AoE decimation. Damn, that's nice. Okay, let's level up our Big Daddy tree another time. Ow. King of Stone at it again. They're just so flippin' good at just nuking your face off. It's always the same with these guys. I don't see anything that I want here. Procreate though is pretty nice. Okay. I mean, I'm lacking ranks on these units. That's what's going wrong here all the time. I only have one rank on my melee troops. It's horrible. Procreate is, at this point, not really the wise choice anymore, because we would need clone or something like that. Yeah, I think we're done here. Startopia vaguely rings a bell too. So yeah, here we have another wonderful lesson in level up your frontliners in time. But are we? We've won. All right, then we're just going to slap down something we can dismantle for some upgrades. But I think it's going to be too little, too late. But well, you can't win them all, I guess. Holy boy, those greed boys are so fast. Ah, a bolt. That's also a good one. Dang, yeah. Keeps happening a little bit too often to me, I admit, but no. Wow. But I mean, we are holding up against it much, much better than I was afraid we would. And some fights we're still winning, actually. To my great surprise. High-speed converter. Boy, oh boy. The options, if you get it running, that is. Yeah, but we're totally getting owned by the King of Stone. But less than the previous time, but yeah. No leveled troops, no fight. Okay. Let's set up a perk. Stronger trend. Plus procreate cards when you lose a life now. I don't like traits that consider me losing. Okay, so yeah. I'm skipping Baron difficulty here because I want to play Count. Let's see what the Stonesters have in store for us. I've been playing that one almost not at all. I found them pretty fun. So, oh boy, we have a quarry. We have a dispenser. Nice. Oh, yeah. So... orchard, even. Huh? Well, why not? All I need now to be happy is a beacon. Okay. The real nice part about the quarry is that it doesn't bother where it's being positioned. Come on, give me something nice here. You guys... What could I get out of this spell faction? Well, I could upgrade my ballistas. Trebuchet. But I want that sweet, sweet quarry. Traps now deal double damage. Let's take that loan. That's an insane power-up when you have a dispenser on the ground. That thing just got its attack speed doubled. That's one happy dispenser, I'd say. Okay. Let's bring up a Mangler. But not in a way that it will eat my ballista dudes. A Mangler is really, really an awesome tower to just spend unwanted units into. Okay. If you are broke, you're going to get unbroke. Thank you, Mr. Seer. Okay. Ow. I need a wall builder or something like that. Just realized my mistake here. The beacon I'm waiting for, it will never come because I had the beacon as a starting suite of items, and the King of Greed isn't even present. Whoopsie. Okay. Let's take the King of Nothing. Yeah, alright, that run basically died with the misconception that I would be able to get a attack speed increaser. That doesn't come. Maybe we get a blacksmith, though. Maybe that can save the day. I mean, we are really hard hitting at that point, but I'm lacking stopping power. Hey, Ponchak, hey there. Yeah, I pretty much love that game. Okay. So, if I might dare say so, this build sucks. Yes. Mycelium. But that's too late for this run here. Quarry is already leveled out. Beacon. Now that I have decided to put a blacksmith there. Too bad that I can't buy all of these items. Anyways, so we're just going to put that bad boy there. Oh, I have a useless card now. Well, yeah. I also feel like it's really hard to understand how the enemy works and how all these things go. The best way, Ponchak, that I've discovered so far is by playing the stuff that claps you yourself. And that worked for me the best way so far. Yeah, I messed up myself. This run is a goner. So basically, the more I understood how my enemies worked, the more I the more I played the other kings, the more I understood how they worked as enemies. Basically, yes. I still don't know though why the King of Stones trappers, when led by the AI, hit like a truck, and when I do lead them, they're like ridiculous, weak, and fairly useless in all honesty. I really don't get it. Anyways, so let's do this. I want that quarry down here. So, them spell dudes. Offering. I mean, the more I think about it, the more I realize that the Stone faction is really enjoying real estate much more than anybody else. Because, you know, turrets, you put them up and they just do their work. There's much less investment involved in a turret. Wow. Earthworks is an interesting card because it basically allows you to reposition items without telling you that it allows you to reposition items. Shaman, pretty useless for me. Spire, come on, give me something that I actually can use. No troops that I want to use. Dang it. 0 troops. Right off the bat. Executioners. I think I'm doing it wrong right now. I think playing without troops is a foolish thing that I do right now. But I love foolish things. Okay. I also figured that when we're using Overhaul, I might be getting rid of parts that I don't really need. Damage on the towers is real, though. Another converter. Why not? So that bad boy is fully leveled now, right? I think so. Oh yeah, Wallmaker I think is, for the stuff that I'm trying to pull off right now, extremely valuable. I don't know how well it'll work actually, but I sure want to try. I don't have... Let's see. As much as I want to reroll, the blacksmith, I do know that it works. The other things, they might work, but I'm not sure that they will work. And that bothers me. There we go. That's what I've been talking about, you know? I could have been relocating things now. This is something that I really should keep an eye on when I am playing this card more. This is actually a much smarter thing than I saw so far. Alright. So far, so good. Another overhaul. Yes, yes. Okay. So far, so good. But I think I really should keep those quarry rank ups going. Okay. Sick. Orchard level up. Stronghold can now build towers twice as fast. I think I will take that. Okay. I mean, year 14 isn't much. I expect losing quite soon, but so far. An offering! But what are we going to offer, actually? Yikes. I don't have anything to offer. It's never a good thing. But somehow the faction of spells is also not the best fit to what we're doing here so far, at least. Okay, I really didn't want to have the mycelium, but whatever. It's a little bit late for getting that whole thing started now, but okay. We're full on tanking it. It's not even a maxed out wall maker. Let's max out the wall maker then. There we go. Oh, thank you, Max Cleavage. That's very, very nice to hear. I wouldn't have thought about it that the spire would heal my walls too. Thanks, seriously. Would have taken me way too long to consider that an option. So, we're going to offer that mycelium bad boy. Ha! More clones. So, there's the blacksmith. Clone is now a very, very potent little bad boy here. Well, what are we going to clone? One quarry and one orchard. I want more quarries, you see. There we go. I love about this game that you get so many different viable playstyles offered that you can just try on out. It's excellent. I love this. Alright, overhaul. Definitely always an option. Spreading ranks up left and right. Sadly, I don't have anything to sell right now. Ooh, overinvest also works into a tower. Nice. Well, we're going to try it out, Mr. Cleavage. I keep thinking that I am dead now, and then I'm not. Here goes the spire. I mean, it is receiving damage upgrades from all manner of different sources, but yeah, here goes. I wouldn't have thought it to be a thing. I love it that it's a thing. Thanks for sharing. Okay. So I do have an overhaul card on my hand, so we're just going to barricade. Hell yeah. Just going to dump these bad boys down and utilize them then as a upgrade material. Gotta say, this is one of the most fun early access games that I've ever been playing. Oh yeah. Some quarry action. Let's upgrade that first. Damage upgrades currently are just something else. I mean, to be fair, if you don't go that way, you're not going to achieve much here either way. So, I have a secondary orchard, don't I? But I'd rather take the clone card. Clone is much more versatile. We're going to make peace with Mr. Progress here. Bang! Fully leveled out spire. I am now pretty confident that I have a good shot at surviving this entire run. We're just going to set up another wall maker here. Easy. Because I think these will be just... Ah yeah, they get double layered then. Cool. Okay. Who needs troops anyways? Whatever. Let's take another spire, why not? Let's buy another overhaul card. And... let's make it like that. But I have a feeling that this is already a victory run. But I don't know how we're going to last against the champion there. Maybe I just killed myself because I don't have something to tank with. We're going to find it out. Jeez. I'm pretty positive, nevertheless. So, an offering. It's very interesting to have a situation where I'm not capable of putting any unit enchantments onto anybody. Usually not the situation I'm in. My spires stop working in between. That is a sign that they don't have anything to do anymore. They're laughing at my enemies. Time for another quarry. So the blacksmith in the center here was outplaying myself. If you want to go for a turret-centric strategy, you don't need the blacksmith at all. You can just go quarry. Doubles the... Yeah, that's fine. So... poor guys. So that one spire is right now basically healing off anything what my enemies inflict there. Overwork decree is generally, I think, one of the most synergistic and powerful decrees in game. My personal opinion. Because I ended up playing it so many times in so many different builds. It's just fitting into many strategies so nicely. But I think this is all now beyond stupid right now. Yeah. Sadly, we can't put that onto units. Onto towers. Okay. Sheesh. That's so powerful. I didn't expect that. Okay. Let's see how it holds itself up in the last round. But yeah, I do see that the back spire doesn't even work. They didn't inflict enough damage that my second spire wasn't needed at all. Okay. Good. I think I'm going to skip a difficulty level here. That's been count. Losing a life gives you +2 Wallmaker cards. Right. So, well. Yeah, let's try Prince. I think I'll get my nose bloodied here now, but thanks, Poet. That's so nice of you. Alright, so Strongholdia. We got a dispenser. I got a ballista. And I got a spire. Interesting combination. Let's see how that'll play out. Okay. Alright, so far so good. Converter. We keep the quarry stack running. I should have placed down the converter, obviously. But let's see how the wall maker business goes now. Supposedly we should get now increases attack speed of towers by 50%. We should get ourselves some backup now, I wanted to say. Nice. This is pretty cool. Okay. Trebuchet. Yeah, I can't say no to that. Let's do some expansion here. Well, so far so good. Oh yeah, Spire upgrade. Ooh. Damage doubling. Okay. Let's put down the trebuchet right away before I can't forget it again. It's also doubly true because we want to have these things that can deal damage down on the ground as quick as possible. Because quarry buffs, you see. Quarry buffs. Speaking of which... let's hope I don't lose a life yet again. Dang it. There's a cold running around in our family, and itchy ears are one of the many symptoms. Grr. Don't mind me. Alright, converter upgrade. Yes, please. Wage war against King of Nature. Got nice cards. So let's go for the Spire and then for the Wall Maker. The elves nuked away my ballista a little bit too fast for my taste. Okay. I don't want that. I want clone. Worth all the rolls. Okay, so Let's upgrade the wall maker. Want some safety first. I think I'm gonna get whacked here again. Yep. Yeah. Like I said, I did expect to get a bloodied nose here on this end. So... too bad, I don't even have money to buy anything here. Okay. Just not enough damage right now, hanging out here. Yeah, tower defense, basically. High bear scene. Well, it's just one way how you can play this build, basically. So... the back spire here now is not healing the wall. I think that's a bug. I feel like that one should be healing. That feels like flat out wrong behavior after the other one did heal. Because that tower's now directly stopping to do their work once the ballistas are down. Okay, well. So spires need to be put frontliney. Lesson learned. Let's do that again, that was fun. Okay. So, ballista, dispenser, orchard. We might be putting a cauldron into the center here. That would be bringing poison damage to the whole fray. I mean, seriously. I do have one overhaul already, so I don't need two of them. Let's use the defender to just upgrade things. Okay. Unlucky. Okay. The extra poison effect is pretty powerful, though. Clone. Nice. Okay. Finally, the quarry we've been waiting for. Double HP, huh? Not that terribly interesting. Let's hope the quarry isn't too late already. But it's just year 6. There we go. So, I got one clone card. Let's use Earthworks and expand our territory a little bit. Currently, things are working on out quite nicely, so... you know the old saying, never change a running system. Oh, yeah, mycelium. That's a very, very good timing for that. Let's try the King of Blood this time. Wow. Mycelium must pair up with Cauldron pretty sickly too. I mean, so many sources of poison there. No! Always the same. But on the other hand, due to the fact that we got that wall maker for free, whenever an incident like this happens, losing your first life as the Stone faction eventually becomes actually quite lucrative. I mean, I will end up with 4 wall makers eventually when I lose a life. That's a lot of your defensive needs covered by that. Yeah, Prince difficulty is something else. Love it. Or am I Prince already? No, I forgot it. So we're running one overhaul already, so let's... there's the beacon I was hungering for. There we go. Still not too late for the beacon, you see. So, let's bring up the Executioner. I mean, there is a double HP prophecy there. Okay. So far, so good. Yeah. Clone works out nicely. Bang. I love Overhaul. Such a powerful little thing. Oh. But we seem to be almost winning. Ever so slightly not, though. Converter towers. I want to pair them up with beacon one day soon. Something like this. But in all honesty, we would be needing more than that. But converter towers are really, really nice. They one-shot enemies, and if they are paired up fast enough, they might be actually working. Okay. Okay. That run didn't go too well, but that's okay. Here I'm completely learning a new playstyle, and that's what I love about this. Every faction has very, very different playstyles to begin with. But maybe we can still make it. Ooh. So, wall reflection. Always a very, very powerful trait. Wonderful. Yeah, Beacon and the machine gun tower, they have an interesting synergy. I mean, the dispenser does speed up itself by gaining gold, but I also realized that every run I combined both of these effects. It was really good. Okay, we got ourselves another level though. So, oh, you get 6 wall makers. Good gosh. Alright, let's try that one more time. Okay. Trebuchet, Scout Tower, Quarry. What a dream. More Quarry! And this time the spire on the front. Let's see if it now heals the wall properly. Ah. And the beacon this time. No, you can't put Midas Touch on the dispenser. You can only put enchantments on troops, not on turrets. So, boy, this is looking good. Okay. There we go. Those beacon levels, I think, are extremely, extremely important. Let's see how long it'll take until somebody's going to hurt me. And I get my free wall makers. So, I got a concapulator, but I don't have anything to empower it with. Okay. Troop carts will get empowered here. Too bad that I didn't plan on having any troop carts here. Okay. I would have loved to have the converter tower linked to the beacon, but we can't have everything, I suppose. Come on. Yes! Damn lucky. Okay. That's gonna be some fast turrets. Okay. So I think from here, it's only going to be a question of time until I get the first lost life. Still not? Okay. So come on, overhaul. Dang. We will be taking the King of Spells because I want them spires. Thank you. Okay. You guys, I know somebody would finally help me out here. Okay. So... there we go. Much, much better. And yeah. This thing does heal as long as it's standing in the front. It can't heal the wall if it's standing in the back. I really hope that this gets fixed. Alright, I don't have money for anything. Those guys are so scary. Every single time I fight against them. So probably I need to couple up this playstyle with something else. Maybe I just need more ranks in the Wallmaker perk. Hard to tell. But I love how the rock guys are just powerful against everything. All right. So far, so good. We're on our last life, though. I wish those walls would have life bars or something like that. That'd be amazing. That's a good one. Okay. Let's see how dead I am. Alright. Oh! I'm still alive. And kicking. Nice. Whatever. Tell you what, we're going to use the mercenary here. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, baby boom failed. There we go. Totally annihilating the greed dudes now. Nice. So we're going to double fire up the beacons. A little bit late, but it's still 50% into the run. If I don't get shock killed now by the King of Spills. Jeez. Offering, why not? Okay, Concapulator fully leveled out. Love that thing. Randomly leveling up all friends for us. Let's see, Stone Rebellion doesn't kill me. Not at all. Beautiful. Trebuchet, fully leveled out. A wall maker. Definitely not a foolish choice here at all. This one is not maxed out yet. Now it is. Alright. Central, thank you. So what are the 9 kinks? 9 different factions you can play. 7 of them are currently only playable. So, get a spire. Let's check out a second spire. If it will be working out, if put up into the very front here. Yes, they both heal the wall. Unless they're too much set back. Okay. That's uncool, but it is what it is, I'd say. So, well, can't say no to the dispenser. Doubles the damage of all towers. I think we have won now. That should be really just now the end of all problems here. So, wild card. Yet another concapulator. Let's work this thing. And then destroy it. For more level ups. Okay. I'd be very surprised if I'd manage to die here now. Make peace with the King of Progress. Because we have such brutally over-leveled towers here now. I mean, that scout tower is just killing things. 24,000 damage at this point of the game flow is extremely high. Okay, yeah. That's that. That's victory. We don't need anything here. We also can't afford anything here, so... Okay. The Turbo Trebuchet is also not bad at all. And that's only the power of one quarry. One. Well, right now, I think dying would require actually more skills than I can offer. Because we basically have the whole thing already nailed down. This build already has more damage than it possibly requires. I didn't expect the turret playstyle to become that powerful. I mean... that kill speed. Oh yeah, overinvest. Hell yeah. I mean, while we're at it... I should take overinvest more into consideration. I think they didn't even reach the wall this time. Walls reflect damage. Okay. 50. Yeah. Victory. So that's been Prince difficulty, actually. It's pretty... You don't notice that at all anymore. Okay. Okay. Oh no. I wanted to make ballistas work, but we actually never made it. Not this run, that is. Yeah. At this point, I'm just trolling around, honestly. Overinvest is really truly a powerful card. I underestimated it. Because it allows you to just let your overperformer perform a little bit harder. Sell it all away. Makes my coin shooters hit faster. Okay. Goodbye. But the goodbye goes to me, as a matter of fact. Oh no, I actually killed them. I thought they killed me. They broke through the wall that quickly. But, whew, close one. Considering that I don't have too many perks unlocked yet, that was a pretty good one, I'd say. Okay. So, after we've been so successful, let's see how good I can wield myself here. Thanks, Poet. Atmospheric, welcome. Happy to see you. Thanks, Central. So, let's see. Mothership. Defender. Converter. Well, Reinforce is so uninteresting for all these cards here. Whatever. It's very weird. Reinforce doesn't do anything for the defenders because they don't deal any direct damage, so giving them an enchantment that increases their damage is absolutely neglectable. There we go. Executioners. Okay. So, library. Let's pick up a mothership upgrade here. So far, so good. Okay. Yeah, that bomber summoning is just so nice. Lab rats into the center. And give me some Spire, I wanted to say, but whatever. Then not. Okay. Then Beacon. Not really a good choice here. Mercenaries. Come on. That's better. Illuminism, alright. All of these. That's quite a lot. I still feel as if I am taking things wrong with this faction every time I pick them up. And I don't really know what I'm doing exactly wrong. I just feel like I'm doing something wrong with them. But well, only one way to find out, and that's to keep grinding. But I gotta say, as you saw there, level 7 on this faction shows you that I had more problems with figuring them out than with other factions. Let's bring up the King of Blood. And Aspire. Yeah, the healing does quite something for us. So... now, well, let's pick up a concabulator. Okay. So, here we don't have any money left to spend. And let's do something here. An offering at this point. And do a clone. More lab rats. We do an overhaul. And we do a procreate on these. Okay. Now the rats should empower each other. Should. Let's see if they will. I have another overhaul on my hand. I feel like the timing is off. So, should we start with lab rats as quick as possible so they can build up themselves? Probably. Because I feel like the rats are probably one of the best long-term build-up things that you have for this faction. But whatever I do, I feel like I'm horribly misplaying them. That's gonna be a smack. Okay. So the upgrades must be adjacent to the rats. It's another mistake I keep doing. But I think on my end, it's also very, very much time to say goodnight for today. Because, yeah, as much fun as I am having, I'm also pretty tired. And I wanted to do some Soul Ash stream right after this one, but I think this will remain in the realm of wishful thinking for today. I'll be back for more streaming on Saturday, not before that. Probably not on Saturday too. We'll see about that. Sunday latest. But we're gonna say goodnight for today. So thanks everybody for the good company, and also a big thanks to Central for the support there. And yeah, see you all next time. It was a